when you want to make a product which is really for performance, really to get high up the mountain, you want no fuss. So you want straightforward ideas that when someone looks at the product, he understands what it means, what is on it, and that every single thing that's on that product is there for something. And this gives a lot of trust to the brand, and this is very important. And this means good design for the brand, good product design. When we start designing a product, we want to give it on one side a personality. So we try to find lines that are striking and that gives the character that we want to put into the product. On the other side, we want to put everything that's necessary. And we sketch, we do little tiny stupid sketches as long as we don't get those two things together, at least for a start.
My job is to transform a two-dimensional picture into a three-dimensional footwear sample. I start by analyzing all the technical information that I receive from the designers, such as the height of the shoe, the materials that we want to use, and the functionality of the different components. The challenge of my job is to take the concept and create a product that we can produce in a manufacturing environment. I begin the construction of the sample by sketching on the three main lines, which are the toe, the heel and the bottom. Once I finished, I scan the drawing and I start working on the structure of every component, such as the foam, the reinforcement or the plastic elements. When this phase is completed, we assemble the first prototype.
Today we're talking about the S4K, the new technical mountaineering boot from the North Face. Once we approve a sample for production, the factory places an order for materials, and then once the materials arrive at the warehouse, they start the three main phases of production. There's cutting, stitching, and assembly. So during the cutting phase, different pattern pieces for the upper are actually cut into the shapes that they need to be to form the shoe once it's stitched together. Reinforcements can be added to areas of the upper where it'll be necessary, where there'll be more strain in the actual end use for the product. Also during that time, there's embossing or molding of certain pieces and components that need that on the finished upper as well. Next phase is stitching. All the assembled pattern pieces are brought to the stitching line. They're stitched together in an order of operations. It makes it more efficient for production. All the parts are assembled together, including pieces such as the X-frame, which is meant to give your ankle stability here, but also allow you to have some flexibility in the upper here. Another step during the stitching phase is where the completed Gore-Tex bootie is inserted into the upper in a sock-type form and then attached by stitching around the collar area. After the entire upper is formed, the Gore-Tex bootie is inserted, we move to our first quality check. The third phase of production is assembly. At this point, the pattern itself is just a bunch of stitched together pieces. It doesn't have any shape to it. So during the assembly phase, we'll put a last inside of the shoe, which will give it the desired shape that we want. Some of the reinforcers in the upper are thermoset. So what that means is with heat and pressure added to them, they'll take the shape, the desired shape of the last, and they'll stay that way throughout the life of the shoe. At this point, the completed sole unit is primed, cemented, and pressed with the lasted upper. and we end up with the finished product, which is the S4K.